Oh, yes. Intent. It is important to the city's citizens of this state, to have confidence in the security of the mail. Mail contains personal information, medical records, and financial documents. Theft of mail has become a serious problem in our state because mail is a key source of information for identity thieves. Currently, there's a law that adequately addresses the seriousness of this crime. Now, if any person is held invalid, the remainder of act application. Yeah. I'm just wondering how it's possible that I was the individual that got arrested. Yes. And then this theft of mail. Yeah. Let's say you sent the mail to 1023 Kitchen Dick Road for 6 years. And you said it wasn't theft of mail. Yeah. The sanctuary. Yes. Uh-huh. I just wondered, am I ever going to get prosecuted those? Now, I'm wanting to have the laws enforced. Yes. So that I can move from this county. Yes. Knowing that I have custody of my sons. Right. Because they're in the wrong grades. Yes. You gave custody of them without any actual due process to myself, and then you obligated me to hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt. Yes. Because you refuse to acknowledge that it's actual theft of my money because of the use of the court system. Now, these individuals known as public defenders, pooch, why don't you get me those? I did email the Public Defender Association about these problems that we're having here. Now, for every public defender that said, well, it's Saturday afternoon and I'm not answering the fucking phone, you would think that they always have to have somebody. Yeah. That is available to the accused at the time of questioning, yes, to be present so as to advise the accused of whether or not they should answer the questions. Yeah. Now, this wrongfully obtaining of my sons, yes, exerts unauthorized control. Yeah. Let's say you stole my sons, you kidnapped them because of the use of fraud and forgery. The use of deception, yes. The use of color law violations, yes. Now, the value of an instrument constituting an evidence of debt such as a check, draft, or promissory note shall be deemed the amount due to collectible thereon. Value means the market value of the property or services at the time of the approximate area of the criminal act. We seem to be having some difficulty valuing exactly what it is that you're doing. Let's say I documented billions upon billions of dollars in lawsuits, and you're going to play I don't know today. Ouch. I was going to play no, I'm going to have you prosecuted for the theft. Yes. Of all of my assets that you had no legal authority to take. Oh, inclusive of the debt to the state of Washington. Now, for every other state that thought, oh, we're not accessories to the crime. Yes, we're not complicit in the refusal to enforce the actual constitutional obligations of each and every state. You know, as a presidential candidate in an election 15 years from now, pooch, I know. You'd say, no way. The American population would never elect somebody to office such as myself. I'm going to want these professional persons that in 7 or 14 days, if the court decides that you have a mental illness or mental defect, yeah, let's say they looked at you and you look like me. And obviously your appearance is indicative of somebody that has a real problem. Now, a lot of people say I look homeless. Why they think that, I don't know. But there could be a large number of judges and justices throughout the United States that like getting prosecuted for being complicit in the wrongful arrest of an individual for the probable cause, yes, of a photograph, yes, that happened to be from a video camera surveillance that was taken during a snowstorm. Yes. Now let's say you're a justice of the Washington State Supreme Court and I decide to have you sued and imprisoned, yes, for refusing to enforce the requirements of law when issuing protection orders, yes, and dissolutions of marriage, yes. And then I say you're complicit in the actual harassment and terrorism that I experienced in the last 24 hours. As much as you would think that I wouldn't have a case, I'm absolutely sure that I do. So I wanted to remind all the Supreme Court justices of every state of the United States, and every one of you will find out you will find out that it was very upsetting to me that I